So here I have a Nintendo Switch. Back there I've got an 18650 battery, magnets just to hold the alligator clips on. Follow that over to here to my digital multimeter. It's just a cheap Mastercraft model set to amperage with a couple of banana plugs going into there, going to these alligator leads here. They're just so that I can hook up my multimeter in series. So you can see I've got the negative of the multimeter going to the positive of the battery. The negative of the battery goes to the ground of the switch battery plug. The positive of that lead just wraps itself around my desk over here to the positive lead of the multimeter. So what you should see happen is when I power on the switch, you should see current start to flow here on my digital multimeter. So I'll see if I can get both in shot. Here we are. So the screen on my switch is not going to do anything because the switch should boot up into recovery mode. So we should see up on my computer here on my screen that recovery mode there says no RCM because the switch is currently powered off. So when I power on this switch, like I said, we'll see the multimeter give us a reading of current. So I'll just squeeze the power button of the switch. You heard the computer there. We're in recovery mode. And we're pulling about 220 milliamps out of that little 18650. This is just serving to show that the switch battery really is just an unrolled 18650. So if I click this inject payload button here, you should see it, boop, Hecate, and I've just got my Ubuntu, which is Linux Fortegra. So we're gonna boot up there. We should see lots of current flow. We heard it disconnect from the computer. Still only about 200 milliamps. And 2 amps as the switch goes through the boot up routine and starts initializing devices. We just got the SD card showing there. Wait for the graphics to take hold. There they are. Our nice NVIDIA logo. Got a cursor there for a second. And we should be dropped onto GNOME. And there we are. That is my Nintendo Switch. You can see my phone in the background. The Nintendo Switch is now running Linux Fortegra Ubuntu. And there we go. So the reason this is happening is because this switch has had the chip right there die on it. New one's in the mail. But in the meantime, I wanted to play with it. So the easiest way was to take the old battery because the previous owner bought a replacement battery thinking that would solve the issue. Didn't, obviously, because if you can't get power into the battery, a new battery is only going to last as long as the battery has charge. So, kind of hacked it there. Now, if you're curious, we can hop over here, and there's that replacement switch battery I was talking about. It's a LHON battery, should be lithium ion. But because it's a lithium battery, I can take this here lithium charger and charge it. Now, I don't recommend doing this. This is pretty janky, and if you make any mistakes, you get nice sparks. Shorting these batteries, as most people should know, results in big fires. But there we go. If you've had an MT92 or M92T36 failure and you really want to get your switch going, you can feed it power from just about any other 3.7 volt lithium battery. Not recommended, but it works.